Hey everyone, Lucas here. Like I mentioned before, we've only got a few of Norman's journals with us, so I didn't want to go through them too quickly. I've actually been sitting on this one for a while now, but I can't wait any longer. I have got to share this one. It's a real doozy. So let's just get into it. A case file from the journals of Norman Carter. November 15th, 1974. Got a call from a stranger today, man named Arthur. Said there was a big sighting last night. Him and a bunch of other folks saw a bright light going across the sky and fall into the earth, and they all think it might be a space alien. Arthur said one of them found a friend who put them in touch with me. I turned him down though. Spaceships aren't really my area of expertise. November 18th. Got another call from Arthur today. Someone in town saw a monster last night. Now that got my attention. I guess I'll be checking it out after all. Just have to get my things together tonight and make sure Judy is situated with her aunt. The one good thing about having a 15-year-old is she's at the age where she wants nothing to do with me. I guess that makes leaving a little easier. November 22nd. Took me 3 days of driving, but now I'm in the middle of nowhere, Washington. I tracked down the local sheriff, Bill Weister. He'd been leading the investigation, and he agreed to talk with me. Besides the sighting I already knew about, there had been another one 2 nights ago. The first sighting was from a man by the name of Ernest Smith. He was out deer hunting when he came across the thing. Said it was the size of a horse, had 4 legs covered in octopus suckers, an antenna on its head, and its whole body glowed green. Certainly doesn't sound like any creature I ever heard of. The second sighting, Roger Ramsbaugh and his wife were driving along Route 7 when they saw it. They didn't get as close as Smith to take a good look, but they also said that it glowed like a neon sign. Sheriff said he was happy to talk to me because some government folks came in and pissed him right off. They told him they were taking over the investigation. Heavily armed soldiers, no insignia. Claimed they were from the Air Force and NASA. Looks like OS beat me to town. November 23rd. I spent the night thinking things over. Smith got close to the creature without any trouble, and there haven't been any reported attacks. Odds are good this thing isn't aggressive. Obviously OS doesn't care. They're gonna try killing it just like they killed that thing in Enfield, and God knows how many other innocent creatures. Enfield was understandable, but here, I've got to at least try and see if I can stop them. November 24th. OS might have a lot of firepower, but it makes them cocky. They haven't found the monster yet, but they aren't covering their tracks, so it was easy to pick up their trail. There's too many agents on the case, so I don't think I'll be able to find the thing before them. I'll just have to hope for the best once they do find it. November 26th. Well, I've got a space alien in the bed of my truck. OS finally caught up to it last night. I'm not proud of this, but I managed to start a rock slide before they knew what was going on. The creature ran away, and while everyone was distracted, I managed to catch up to it. I was able to use my sixth sense to calm it down and convince it to follow me out of there. I knew they'd be combing the area soon, so I had to move fast. I got the creature back to my truck, hidden under a tarp. Thing's not happy, but it's the best I can do on short notice. Now I'm just gonna drive as far as I can and find a safe place to leave this creature. I haven't decided where yet, but even when I do, I'll be leaving out the details, in case my journals ever fall into the wrong hands. So, yeah, another alien. Can you believe it? I had no idea what this creature could be, but thankfully Norman wrote down the witnesses' names because I had pretty much nothing else to go on. After some digging, though, I was finally able to find some reports of this encounter. The creature Norman wrote about has come to be known as the Crazy Critter of Bald Mountain. What a name. Like Norman mentioned, the sightings occurred in Washington state around an area known as Bald Mountain, which, side note, there are so many bald mountains. There's like half a dozen in Washington alone. This one, at least I'm pretty sure it's this one, is located in the southwest corner of the state, about 40 miles south of Tacoma. And yeah, there were a few sightings, and the investigation was called off by mysterious government agents. The Ordo, obviously. Anyway, looking at Norman's picture, yeah, it definitely looks like an alien. Its overall body shape kind of reminds me of a deer, but the back legs are longer than the front legs, so its back slopes down to the shoulders. Its feet are these weird semicircles, and they do have suction cups running along the inside of each leg. The head is an oval. Actually, I've read it described as football-shaped, and that's pretty accurate here. It's got 4 eyes, no visible mouth, and an antenna on top of its head. I would be hard-pressed to find anything on Earth that this could be related to. Which brings us to where it came from. People saw a UFO of some kind before the sightings, so did it presumably crash? Norman didn't mention anything that would indicate any real intelligence, so maybe it was a stowaway or something? The spaceship equivalent of rats hitching a ride across the ocean? And also, obviously, there's no telling what happened to it. Hopefully, Norman found a nice place in the middle of nowhere, and it was able to live out its alien days in peace. At least the Ordo wasn't able to kill it, so good job, Norman. But, yeah, that's everything. Hope you enjoyed this one. I certainly did. And until next time, bye.
The Cryptid Cases has been a production of Little Giant Monsters. Find out more about us at littlegiantmonsters.com and by searching for Little Giant Monsters on social media. Every Monday after a new episode, we share a cryptid sketch, so be sure to look out for that. If you're enjoying the Cryptid Cases and want to help support us, find us on Patreon. Rewards include behind-the-scenes content, early access to episodes, and access to our Discord. A huge thanks to all our current patrons. Links to our Patreon, our merch, and other shows we're creating are all available on our website or in the description of this episode. Another way to support our work is through ratings and comments on Apple Podcasts and other podcast apps. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you again soon.